Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years. We'll go in depth, but we won't repeat everything on the RSI website. We will link to multiple sources of information, either in the description or in the comments. And remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, they're imagine necessary. Before we start, let me remind everyone we are doing a ship giveaway. I pay for all giveaway ships out of my own pocket. I am not sponsored by CIG, at least not yet. This giveaway will be of a Drake Cutter, which is an account to give to a new player, and either a Gattac Sulian or a Origin 315P or a Drake Cutlass Black for everyone else. Whichever one gets the most likes in my Anvil Spartan video is the one that will be given away. So if you want to win a certain one, go and vote for that one in that video, which should be linked here. To enter to win, you must be subscribed, you must have either liked or disliked a video since the Anvil Spartan video, which means one of my newer videos, and you must have commented on at least one video. The winner will be drawn randomly on February 29th, 2024, and announced in a video that comes out on that day. The winner will have 48 hours to come forward, or it will go to the next random person. But wait, there's more. For people who enter this contest, I have upped the stakes even higher. I have added another gift for the person who wins the Drake Cutter account. You will now get a Drake Dragonfly Black in the new account as well. So like, dislike, subscribe, and comment for your chance to win. Even if you're only doing so to enter the contest, that's okay too. Welcome. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Good luck. We are moving along with our series on the Argo manufacturer, and we have arrived at the Argo MPUV series, and its three variants. We have the MPUV-1P, the MPUV personnel, in other words, which is $40 standalone, 40 war bond, was the same at concept, cost about $233,000 in game. Then we have the MPUV-1C, the MPUV cargo, or more colloquially known as the Argo cargo. $35 standalone, 35 war bond, was the same at concept, cost about $224,000 in game. Then we have the MPUV-1S, called the MPUV Search and Rescue. No price on this one. It's not for sale yet, so we can't review it, but it will have either a tier 3 medical bed or medical drones. We haven't had confirmation of which yet. Also, a quick note, the MPUV personnel comes included when you purchase an Idris, and you get the MPUV cargo when you purchase a Javelin. So that's easy enough. Just go spend $1,500+ and you'll save yourself 40 bucks. The MPUV series is only available in time-limited sales. Neither are available for rent. For the sake of clarity, I will call each of these by their unique names, so I'll list them as the MPUV-1C will be the 1C, and the MPUV-1P will just be called the 1P. So, of course, I won't be mentioning the Search and Rescue as we cannot currently purchase that. This version of Argo is geared towards a simple but incredibly important responsibility: moving grounds of people from place to place. The UEE Navy uses MPUV-1Ps extensively, and any new recruit can likely recall those terrifying moments in which such a ship carried them to their first space assignment. In civilian hands, Argo personnel ships are adapted for everything from standard taxi services to use as makeshift combat drop ships. The Argo MPUV-1P is capable of carrying up to 8 humans and their equipment. The Argo Astronautics MPUV Cargo is a dedicated merchant transfer ship, a ubiquitous intergalactic stevedore. Vast numbers of MPUV cargoes are responsible for loading and unloading goods onto ships that can't otherwise land on planets or dry docks, such as the Hull D and the Orion. Some hauler captains choose to own and operate their own Argo, while others prefer to contract with the local Argo owners found at many of the busier ports. Argo personnel and Argo cargo!
But you remember one thing. You screw up just this much, you'll be flying a cargo plane full of rubber dog out of Hong Kong. Yes, sir!
For measurements, the 1P and the 1C both have the same length, 10.5, beam 9 meters, height 5 meters. For crew, the MPUV series all have the same 1 minimum, 1 maximum. The 1C carries 2 SCU, the 1P which carries 0 SCU.
Sub-Zero.
Every 1P has a top SCM speed of 115 and max speed of 919, which is way below average overall as of patch 3.22 alpha, and way below average for the snub class of ships. There's a marginal difference between the two, but it's pretty much the same, with the P being slightly faster. For maneuverability, it is more of the same. It is a way below average ship overall as a 3.22A and is a far, far below average ship for the snub class. For weapons, the 1P and the 1C both have no weapons. For ship parts, all the MPUVs have the same parts. 1 small radar, 1 small computer, 1 small power plant, 2 small coolers, 1 small shield generator, 1 small fuel intake, 1 small fuel tank, and no quantum drive, no jump module, and no quantum fuel tank. The hull HP for the 1P and 1C is the same. It is 6,820, which is below average overall, but above average for the snub class. The shields on the 1P and 1C, which are bubble type shields, are the bulwark. The shield pool is about 1,500 per shield, and it regens at about 138 HP per second. Some special features for these ships are all MPUVs come with VTOL thrusters and modular pods. The part that makes it a cargo, personnel, or search and rescue is modular, and more modules may be on the way in the future. The module is also completely detachable. The 1P can carry 8 passengers in its module, and the 1C has 2 SCU of storage in its module. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only buy if you have a unique reason that is specific to you and because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below and we will meet you down there with bells on. I never understood that saying. Does that mean like you'll hear us coming? Anyway, my rating for this ship is of course going to be handed out based on which variant we're looking at. Except this time, they both are a 5. The 1P is a 5 and the 1C is a 5 as well. Let's start with what I like about these ships. These ships are very small and can fit anywhere a Pisces C8 or a Nova tank can fit, meaning there are at least 10 ships that can bring one of these with it. The modularity of this ship is also excellent, especially because it's a snub. Any modular ship is generally worth buying in game because it automatically is multi-role by the pure nature of having modularity. The roles are also quite necessary. The Argo cargo, being able to carry a paltry 2 SCU, makes it a nice ship that if you can get a bunch of them in a fleet to unload and load, you could probably get a lot of things done. Or if you want to fly around the planet looking for loot, it's also a good idea. The personnel is even more useful because it has multi-role gameplay all on its own. It's the cheapest dropship in the game and has 8 seats. This ship is really cheap on both accounts. This is also great for moving a bunch of people from ships that can't land on the planet or just taxiing people around the planet. Just make sure it stays in safe places because it doesn't have any weapons, which brings me to its issues. Again, it doesn't have any weapons. It could at least have a single size 1 on the nose to keep bandits away while operating as a taxi. Maybe would be less weird if it had an oversized shield or armor, or it was fast. Either the SCM or the nav speed, neither one is fast. It's essentially a sitting duck wherever it is. Did I mention how slow it is? Because it's super slow. So how would I fix this ship? Give it the nose weapon, or make it faster, or upsize its shield. So who is this ship for? The cargo is for people who are in a fleet where all of you own one, which makes you able to unload something like a whole series very fast, especially if you don't have something like a raft. The personnel could really be used by anyone that needs to move people around, as long as you don't have to take them far. So why is it a 5 score? It's really the price that gives these both their value. A modular ship at $35 or $40 is probably one of the best values in the game. I think the personnel variant gets the most use here, at least until the search and rescue variant is available. But I would purchase the cheapest version if I was using real money and earn the modules in game. But at the same time, these are so cheap in game, I would never buy them using real money unless I just wanted to support the game. Me personally, I am thousands of dollars into supporting this game, with thousands still planned. I think I'm all set on that front. I imagine using this ship as a surprise dropship or as a way to add more oxygen and seats on a large ship that is lacking, assuming that one can fit on that ship. For instance, I might put one on my A2 so I can have that extra oxygen if I wanted to transport a bunch of people, let's say 8 extra people. And I can imagine needing such a ship on an A2, especially if I'm going to be dropping ground troops. So maybe I can drop some people and then have this fly out of the back and also drop some people.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Which I think would be really, really cool. However, my guess is oxygen will be available to carry as cargo in the future, so I'm not sure I'll need a oxygen ship inside of another ship. Lastly, I will use this as protection from the environment and oxygen when I land on a planet with a harsh atmosphere. I would drop the cargo pod, go inside, close the door, and warm up or cool down. I would also refill my oxygen while inside, even though I know at some point that will run out. However, most ships will be capable of this, I would guess, so I don't know how useful it is, but it's another use anyway. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, earn these in game or just buy a Javelin or an Idris. I mean, what's a few thousand to a boss like you? Just to get that $40 ship, you got that? Easy. What was that? Interesting there, Steve. All right, that is it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.